If you woke up tomorrow and suddenly vampires, zombies, ghouls, and everything that goes bump in the night was real, the government knew about it, the police knew about it, it wasn't hidden, and the government, police, and you had to deal with it as a reality, that's my world. If we woke up tomorrow and it all was real. Because that's what interested me. It was throwing the fantastic into the mundane and mixing it together. That's what, I've always loved that. So if a zombie comes shambling down your street and you call the police, they don't tell you you're crazy, they send a crew to flame it to death and take care of it. So that's what I liked. I liked that you could call the police and they wouldn't think you're crazy, they would just come and help you. Anita Blake came out of reading mysteries for the first time just after college. I had somehow never read them. So I read hard-boiled detective fiction for the first time. And at that time, because that was some time ago, the female private detectives, modern, they didn't get to do everything the male detectives did. The female detectives didn't hardly ever cussed. If they killed somebody, they had to feel really, really guilty about it. And if they had sex at all, it was sanitized and off stage. The male detectives were cussing and shooting people without remorse and having sex everywhere. And I thought this was unfair. So I decided to create a character that would even the playing field. Plus, I threw in the tropes of horror because I thought straight mystery would bore me after a few books. I gave myself enough toys to play with. So Anita Blake was created out of me wanting to have a protagonist as tough as the men who could hold her own. And as in many things, I overcompensated. Because I think I have the highest kill count in fiction outside of war novels at this point. More people killed on stage. And if you count the people killed off stage, I know I have the highest kill count. What I didn't understand when I created Anita is that a lot of people aren't taught how to be strong. My grandmother and I had a lot of differences of opinion, and we didn't get along a lot. But she was strong, and she raised me to be strong. At the beginning of the books, she was never going to have sex on paper. I argued loud and long that it wasn't going to be another romantic vampire thing, because vampires weren't romantic. I would have taken money on it early in the series. And then somehow along the way, Jean-Claude, our major vampire, he became a person to her and to me. He wasn't just this thing you had to avoid or this person you had to get around. He became a person. And once somebody becomes a person, you have to pay attention to them in some way. But over here, I get asked by the journalists, why the sexual content? It's a condemnation. Why did I choose to make it so sexual? And in Italy, I had to defend why we didn't have sex sooner in the books. That Anita was not a modern woman because she hadn't had sex sooner in the books. What I asked them, some of them will phrase the question in such a way that they'll say, as a woman writing from a first-person perspective about a female character, don't you think the sexual content's too high? So I feed the question back and I go, so if I were a man writing a male first-person perspective, you wouldn't have a problem with the sexual content. And I've had several reporters go, no. And then you get my 15-minute tirade about why it should make a difference if you're male or female on their sexual content being okay. I started writing this series before the technology came and before everybody had a portable computer. So Anita is still somewhat stuck in that mindset of she doesn't get online, she doesn't do the technology stuff. And so it's interesting, I've actually made the choice of, even though time hasn't passed in her world, I've brought her up to flip cell phones, and I'm bringing her up to the computer age and to where we are now, even though time hasn't passed that far in her world. Bear in mind that I started this genre. Now, arguably, and people will, there were some people doing something similar, but to my knowledge, I was the first person to combine the romantic angle with the mystery angle with a female protagonist.
New York in 2060 has some serious crime. It's also got one serious cop. The future of suspense is here. J.D. Robb, discover the new novel from America's hottest thriller writer.